right, we're going in. These precious.
All right. You going in? You all ready? All right.
I just got the notification right now. Oh yeah, good.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'azim, Yahushai, Ba'azim, Kakadash.
And double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Taught us this truth and moved along. All right, and Shalom to all the hopeful elect tuning in. Yahweh Shimi outside Barakatah. All right, this is the brothers in the Beneval 12 bar, the bar of the Most High. Coming back at it again week in and week out to push this truth, push the downfall, and gather our people to the marriage. All right, which is this truth. Are we too far up?
Y'all up. Come on up. Come on up. Don't worry about it. Bring it over.
Y'all just teach, and then I'll get this. We get this together.
Yeah, he was kind of far. That's better. Still kind of far.
All right,
bet.
Hey man, you know, just handling the little difficulties, you know, new spot.
Technical
you know, just trying things out
difficulty.
with the
Get this
spirit.
right.
All right, but yo, we in the time of prophecy, man. Okay, and the closer we get to the end of this thing, guess what? The harder it's gonna be. All right, Bobby Bashak, you go to the book of First Peter's, chapter 1, and let me just check real quick. Verse, I think it's verse 3. It talks about the trial of faith.
This is First Peter 1 and 7.
Oh, no, it's like start at verse 6, I think. Oh, matter of fact, start at verse. You know what? Dang, man, this is all good, man. Just stop from the top, box.
First Peter 1 and 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach.
God. Peter is the head apostle, all right, and that's King David coming back in the reincarnation. We also believe to be King Mashiach coming back in the reincarnation in these modern times. And guess what? He's going to make a return as well.
It says, the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
And that goes to show you we were scattered as a people. We were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, it's not just, you know, so-called Negroes in America. You got the ones in Africa, you know, like them carnal-ass dudes that folk me teach. You can have Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, and we got blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, our people are as the sands of the sea. And that's the thing with certain, you know, dudes that they're narrow-minded and closed-minded. Ultimately, Yahweh Shemi Shai ain't dealing with that with them, is that they ain't ready for the sands of the sea.
Verse 2. It says, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father.
Elect, meaning predestined, as the brother just said.
And foreknowledge meaning the prophecies. It's all about the prophecies.
The testimony of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
It says, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua Mashiach.
Now, when you go into the word sanctification, it means to separate yourself into the spirit, man. See, because once we come into this truth, we're not over here in the world, you know what I'm saying, living it up with all these little, you know, these little demons, man. We're not doing the same thing. Yeah, you could go to a spot here and there, you know, let off some steam, but we're not going to be smoking and passing around blunts in the fucking cup, man. We're not going to be doing no shit like that. We're not going to be committing adultery. All right, once we come into this truth, our minds is narrowed unto salvation. That's what it means to put on that helmet of salvation. Salvation goes into your head, and you have to have that spiritual tunnel vision that you got to see yourself going up into the chariots, and that should be your utmost goal.
Gotta get a quick reset, real quick, very early. This is 2nd Ezra 5 and 17. Knowest thou not that Israel is committed unto thee in the land of their captivity? And that's what he just said. He just brought that out. Satan's devices jumping up, trying to do their own thing.
All in all, man, you know, it's a spiritual war, man.
You know, it says, grace unto you. It says, until elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied.
And so this epistle was to the elect. Peace unto you. Because this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is for the house of Israel, man, for the elect, you know. Like the title of this street teaching, the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. Right? So this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is for a select group, man. We ain't out here to convince everybody that this is the truth. All right? From the foundation of the earth, there was spirits created to receive and be repentant and turn back into the Heavenly Father. And if this truth don't resonate with you, you shall know it after death by pain.
It says, verse 3, blessed be Yahweh and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which according to the abundance, to his abundant mercy.
Abundant mercy, man, because really, like, the Lord, we didn't come out the womb, you know, shalom, praising the Lord, man. We came out the womb, we had idols on our faces. You know, we grew up in wickedness, man. The Lord has every right to destroy us. He'd be righteous to destroy us, but he has to keep that word he did with our forefathers. That's the reason why, you know, that's the reason why he's delivering us.
It's the scripture that said that the Most High have winked at our ignorances. Meaning he had mercy on us for a period of time, using the world, you know, all to bring us some truth.
Hey, that makes me think about that scripture. Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Because Esau seeking it carefully with tears, man. Esau puts on that, you know, that disguise, you know, trying to be the righteous, all right, and then turns around and makes us and puts us as the evil people, all right, but really it's the other way around. And Yahweh Shem Al Shai is not considering Esau in any of his ways, man.
The scriptures say the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduces them.
It says, which according, blessed be, 1 Peter 1 and 3, blessed be the God, the Father of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy have begotten us again unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahweh Shah Mashiach from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you.
To an inheritance, you gotta give up the shot.
To an inheritance incorruptible.
Incorruptible, man. Because it's like in the kingdom, we're gonna have the new bodies. All right, pursuant to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and 50 on down, we're gonna have those new bodies, and we're not gonna be going off of those new bodies, man. Meaning, and the fact that we're not gonna be going off means that our kingdom will last forever, because the Lord have no reason to judge us and put us back in slavery. All right, this is the last go around. That's why, you know what I'm saying, brothers that are in this truth, you may be going through some stuff, stay strong.
It says, and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you, who are kept by the power of Yahweh through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time.
Yeah, kept through the power of the Most High, through faith, man. Because at the end of the day, it's about faith. Do you believe in this truth? Do you believe in the prophecies that the Lord has prescribed in these scripts? You know? Because that's what it's going to boil down to. When you're in the concentration camp, when you got Esau, Edom, and the troops behind you, all right? You seeing you somewhere, you seeing them coming down like a flood. Do you have faith in Isaiah 59:19? You know that the Lord gonna lift up a standard. You know, do you have faith that the Lord is gonna bring this devil down? You know, you gotta have faith, and faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We ain't seen the great power and majesty that the Lord had. We read about it and we believe it, but we haven't seen the Lord lifting up a standard and spiritual power happening and all this shit happening, man. Chariots shooting laser beams on our enemies. Brothers getting power. We ain't seen that. But we believe that that's going to be happening in the last days, because a lot of this shit, all this shit right here finna be changed, turned up to a whole nother matter, man. You know, the daily life as we know it's finna drastically change. You know, Biden came out with a 6-point, point plan to get things back to so-called normal. And it's saying everybody got to take the jab, basically. You feel me? A lot of people revolting. We getting confessions, little secrets and stuff, different things revealed to us about how people ain't taking it. Whole job organizations not taking it. You know? That's going to lead to crime, sedition, anarchy, all kind of stuff. Fulfilling all the prophecies of the Most High, man. You know?
That's that Isaiah chapter 19 and 2.
Let's get them prophecies too. We push faith. We got to get these prophecies. We got to warn these people what's going on.
Because the scriptures made it clear. The scriptures made it clear though that faith is a gift from the Most High, and it's all predestination.
Yeah, it's not of us that we have
Not
faith.
of
It's
us.
a gift that was given.
But we have to come into the self-realization of who we are in these scriptures.
It's Isaiah 19:1. It says, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud.
And that's another thing. A lot of people don't believe that. Do you believe that America is Egypt, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt? You know? Do you believe that the Lord riding upon these swift clouds, the so-called UFOs? Or do you think that's just some shit in the movies, man? The prophecy said the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and come into Egypt.
It says, it shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
All this shit finna be turned around, man. All the idols of Egypt, the ways of life, the philosophies, these idols, these gods, the technology, the whole power structure of Babylon is finna get changed, man.
That's right.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in
The mind state is finna be brought low. It's finna melt. You know, all that. Oh, my Constitution, we already see it. It's already being melted right now. The whole mind state is being melted. Oh, my Constitution. Oh, my Fourth Amendment right. That's unconstitutional. Oh, Biden is being a tyrant. Oh, I thought this was the land of the free. What happened? We better off being in fucking China somewhere. You know? Then they go to the grocery store, all the shelves empty. You know? The whole mind state is being brought low. All this shit finna change up, man.
Quick precept. Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
When shit is broken down, that means it's not in the splendor and fashion and beauty it was before. Shit is broken down. Your car broke down, you can't do nothing with it but look at it, man. And remember all the days you had in it when you was here and there in memories. Man, I sure do remember when we used to get on that bus, man, go to work, man, go to the beach. Remember? Go to the beach. All you're gonna do is think about the old ways of Babylon, because all this shit finna be done away with, man.
Quick precept.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 37 and 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken.
The arms of the wicked, the power of the wicked finna be broken, man. That's roughly the end of Esau's world, man.
But Yahweh Shem Yahushai upholdeth the righteous.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. The Lord gonna uphold the hand of the righteous, man, the elect. You believe that? See, this is that spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive right here, man. Can you receive that when all hell breaking loose? There's only gonna be a few brothers in the city getting taken care of. You know?
Going back to Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. You know? Again, it says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Lockdowns, shutdowns, quarantines, businesses closed down. We've seen that last year. It's going to intensify and come on a higher level in these times. In these times, man. You got to lock down.
Verse 11. It says, there is a cry for wine in the streets.
Then, motherfucker, see, because it say in Isaiah 19, the heart of Egypt shall melt, meaning being brought low. But then it says in Isaiah 24, there's a cry for wine in the street. So people's minds is going to be brought low. Then they're going to be trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Wine is synonymous with wisdom. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shai said things like, new wine can't go into old bottles, lest they burst. He was talking about the doctrine that he came with. Them old Jakes, I served in the Navy and the military and, you know, the American dream and just work, son, and you'll get up there and this truth ain't for them, man. So that wine is synonymous with knowledge and wisdom. And one thing about wine, it gets better as it ages with time. So here it is, we're in the latter time, and this doctrine hit. All the prophecies is coming to pass, man. Why? Because wine is at its best time to drink it, man.
And it's the best time to get this truth.
Man.
For the family of the word. You know? And then all the prophecies are relevant in today's day. The mindset and the action of these people all relates to the scriptures and prophecies.
I think we got a precept about this.
It still it says the mirth of the land is gone. It says in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And the gate represents the leadership, man, because it's the leadership. Because there was an article that Missouri, all the police department, they quit.
The whole police department.
That represents the leadership of the people. So if that's happening, that's believe it's gonna be crime and revolt, man. You know, that's gonna soon come throughout America.
And all this is prophesied. All right, the scriptures are speaking. Book of Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
And those are the prophecies, man. You know, none of the prophecies gonna come back. It's gonna return to Yahweh Shemashah point, man. You know?
That's Isaiah 24, like the brother read. The birth of the Lamb is gone, and all that turn up party up spirit is gonna be done away with real quick in Jacob's trouble, man. All right, hey, brother, talk about with the with all these companies bucking up against the order of Creepy Joe. All right, hey, that's that. Isaiah 19:2, the Lord will set Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Because you can't make no mistake, and it's already apparent. America is split, all right? And guess what? A kingdom split, you know, is not going to stand, all right? Roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, if Satan's kingdom be divided against itself, it shall not stand. You know, and that's roughly paraphrasing. All right, and that's what we're seeing here. And guess what? This place is not going to stand at all, man. This place is being brought down and it's circling around the drain. All right, you got it.
And after that, to Isaiah 13, the whole chapter.
Verse 3. And the spirit of Edom shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof.
Council's being destroyed, man. The Lord said that he's going to destroy the council of this place.
Yeah,
so you can forget about your constitution, your human rights. You forget all about that, man.
That's not small now.
Nah. Sorry about that. All right, it's all good. You know you're an Israelite, right? That's right, brother. Repent the kingdom of heaven.
What's on, which guys? Orange? Has Normandy? It's on the same thing.
Right. That's the Lord calling you, brother.
Alright,
Repent, man. Cool. Strong. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get because you know it's all about prophecy. You know, Revelation 19:10, the testimony of the Lord Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. We're supposed to be out here warning the people, right? And Ezekiel 3:18, we'll read Ezekiel 3:18, and then we hit this in Isaiah 13. Our brothers come. I know you follow. You can correct 13. You good?
Ezekiel 3 and verse 18. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. And so that's our job as watchmen and prophets. You know, following what our apostle Israel come out to warn our people. You know what I'm saying? If you don't repent, you're going to die your sins, man. But if you don't do that job, you attack that we're supposed to do, then their blood's going to be on our heads, man. So we wash out the blood by telling our people the prophecies and the judges that's about to come to pass, Jacob's trouble.
All right, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1, the burden of Babylon.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, the brother say, you know, burden, you know, means judgment. I have to like, well, you know, be honest. All right, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Right. And, you know, this Babylon's talking about Babylon's great. You know, because jump down to 19.
All right, so jumping down to 19, and it means Babylon, the Lord of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees,
ancient Babylon standing today.
Right. And ancient Babylon today is Iraq or Mesopotamia.
Alright, and it reads, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right. And what's a banner? You know, a banner is just truth. A banner is something that's exalted, such as, you know, the street signs. You know, the street number on there and stuff. That's a banner to tell you which way you gotta go. You know, so the same thing with the truth, man. Keyword of keyword I get Psalm 16.
This is Psalm 60, verse 4. It says, "Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth, Selah."
Right, so this banner is the truth, man. That it may be displayed. How is the truth being displayed? You know, by way of the prophets, man. You know, the Lord has his prophets out, his true prophets, prophesying the judgments and the prophecies that's going to ascend in the earth. You know, so the banner represents the truth in Isaiah 13:2.
Alright, and it reads, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
And the high mountains in America, because the high America is exalted down its peak right now. You know, and when that RFID, the radio frequency identification
You
chip,
can't even say that.
the digital R, lock it.
Say that.
Digital R will not be placed, you know, will not be made mandated, then that's when America's at its highest peak and the world will destroy itself, man. You know? Lock it.
Alright, and it reads, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Right, exalt the voice and shake the hand, and what is that? You know? Go to Isaiah 58. Hold on. Still Isaiah 13. You want Isaiah 58?
58 one?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Right, so that's, you know, that's that shaking the hand with going to rebuke it. You know, rebuking our people to get right, man. Spirit not sparing their feelings, you know, because it's not about how you feel, man. It's about what the Lord, how the Lord feels, you know. And you're supposed to repent, the Israelites, so you can be saved there, man.
And it reads,
It says that they may go into the gates of nobles, and you know, it's gonna be a point in time when some of his brothers, you know, he get that, like I said, you shall go into the gates of nobles. The nobles, the outside, because back, yeah. You know, but in spiritual sense, we are already in the gates of nobles by way of the Southern Poverty Law Center. We got the Israelites, Project Megiddo. You know, so in the spiritual sense, we already in the gates of nobles, but real soon it's gonna be physical. You know, like just like Apostle Paul was talking to Agrippa, you know, to Felix, the governor. You know, the same thing. We want some of his brothers. I may be some of our lost to do that. Man.
All right, this is Matthew 10. I'm going to start at 16, point is at 18. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Here's the point. And he shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Remember, everything will be a testimony, you know, on your behalf, and the spirit and power of Yahweh Shalom Shad, man.
you know, and also too, you know, this devil is setting the stage for that as well. Because I saw on the brothers' page, you know how brothers be sharing certain videos and certain news on the community thing, you know, on their basically their wall, you know, on YouTube. There was somebody in the comment board, you know, dealing with executive orders, all right, that Creepy Joe passed. There was somebody in the comment board talking about, oh yeah, you know, the Minutemen about to come back up. You know, the Minutemen. Now, who are the Minutemen? The Minutemen were the ones that were rising up to fight, you know, the British people off. So these Edomites, all right, they're tapping into that spirit, into that spirit of revolution, which is, you know, rebellion. All right.
And like the brother was bringing out, the heart of Egypt shall fail. So all those patriotic Edomites, with that whole thought of, man, this is my country, you know, my forefathers fought for this place. What the hell is this place turning into? They gonna revolt, man, and turn this shit up. Esau gonna pull that sword out.
And with us, you know, pushing, you know, against this devil's agendas, they gonna lump us in one way or another, not necessarily with them directly, but they gonna put us under that bracket, under that rebellious, you know, rebellion and anti, you know, NWO agenda bracket, you know, and that's gonna manifest. We're gonna be in them prison houses. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. I'll continue on, chapter 13, come. All right, so Isaiah chapter 13, verse 2, continuing on, and it reads. Oh yeah, we already brought this up. Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones.
Right, who is the sanctified ones? John 17:17. Like what about earlier, sanctified means to set apart, cleanse. You know?
This is John 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Right, and that applies to the elect, man. Yahushua was talking to the disciples, you know, prophetically, but that's talking about the elect. 7,000 men, I shall not bow to the image of Baal, man. You know?
And it reads, back to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3, continuing on, and it reads, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, which that's, you know, the angels, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Right, and the mighty ones are the angels. You know,
You see the dope man pulled up on
because the angels are the mighty over there.
It's Psalms chapter 103, verse 20.
Yeah.
Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Right, so mighty ones, Isaiah 13, verse 3, them are the angels, man. And the angels, you know, they are in the mindset of all these kings on the earth, you know, the Edomites, to fulfill the Lord's will, man. You know?
And it reads, a tumultuous noise. Verse 4. So back to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle.
Right, and that's the always being gathered together, man. You know, look, Joel 3:2 up. You know, and it says muster being appointed. You know, because the Lord had angels going to and fro on the earth, working on the mindset of these kings to stir up, you know, the spirit of contention amongst these governors and these kings to fulfill the Lord's will, man. Rather be on the left hand side, you know, because the Lord controls both sides, man, because He's omnipotent, you know, all powerful, man.
It's Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, in Hebrew is Jehoshaphat, which means the Lord judgment. You know, what's going to happen? World War III is going to start off in the Levant area, you know, over there by Iraq and stuff. You know, Israel, India, you know, Babylon, I mean Iraq, Lebanon,
Iraq, Iran,
Iran.
Israel, Lebanon, you know, that whole little fertile crescent.
It says, and will plead with them there for my people.
Right, and plead. Plead is from the Hebrew word Shabbat, which means to judge. The Lord will judge these evil nations for what they have done to His people, the apple of His eye.
I got the definition of plead. Okay. But this is the definition of plead in the lexicon. It says, it goes, like the brother said, the Hebrew word Shabbat, and it says, to judge, govern, vindicate, punish.
Yeah, the Lord won't punish these heathens that are at ease, man. destroying us for our Lord's sake, man. As it says in Yahushua, the dogs came looked at the wounds of Lazarus, man. You know, they basically just taking advantage of us, man. Going back to their own country and prospering, they don't give a shit. But we expect that. The heathens, they hate us from the beginning.
And then the curse will say that the stranger which is among thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Thee shall be made the head, and thou shalt be made the tail. That's those state that we're in, but soon it's gonna flip. Okay, and it's not gonna happen in a snap of a finger. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna get cinematic with it, meaning it's gonna be a bumpy road ahead, man.
It says, will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Yeah, because all the heathen nations, they had a downfall. All these heathen nations had a downfall in our hand in our downfall. And in our downfall, man. You know? So, you know, they won't get judged too along with Esau. You know, but just with Esau, he ain't gonna get no mercy in the kingdom.
Yeah.
We should go back to that.
So continue now with the book of Isaiah chapter 13 verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh Yahushua, the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land.
Right, they might have iced the mid missiles. It stands for intercontinental ballistic missile. They can enter to one continent from the other. The missiles don't take that long to get over here. You know, I think Russia will take like 30 minutes, 25 minutes. That's the Lord's weapons of indignation. Isaiah, because the missiles are the Lord's army. You know? Esau think that, you know, he got this great wisdom that he created on his own. No, the Lord gave you the spirit, you know, to come up with that, man. Ultimately to destroy your own self. You know?
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals of the fire.
Right, and the smith are the modern day scientists that have split the atom, man, to make the atomic bombs, you know. But today they would be the missiles, man.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I created the waster to destroy.
You're right, the waste to destroy. Destroy what? God Mount the Great America. You know? Because that's the Lord's promise, that he will destroy America, you know, and then he will set up his people to be rulers again, man. It's time for Yahushua and the elect. You know? The Lord's not slack concerning his promise, man.
And it reads, so like, verse 6, how ye, for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is at hand, and it shall come as destruction from the Almighty.
Right, so the day of the Lord is at hand, man, which is destruction. You know? Because the day of the Lord, man, it's not, as Christian doctrine would say, it's not, you know, the Lord coming with flowers and peaches and cream and stuff. No. The Lord Yahushua, who is so-called black man, is coming back angry, you know, and vengeance in his heart, burning in his heart, man.
The day of the Lord is a day of darkness.
Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know, darkness represents turmoil and anarchy, and also, you know, the mist is going to block out the sun, man.
No wisdom too.
Yep.
We'll be able to use these phones and shit.
Yep.
It says, verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Right, so it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to escape from the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, the Lord wants to take you out. He's going to take you out in many grievous ways. According to Jeremiah 15.
It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah, man.
All trouble.
To the point when Edmund said, the land shall be barren of faith. That's darkness too. You know? That's why Yahushua made that statement. When the Son of Man come on earth, shall he find faith. Because it's going to be so, people going to be losing their minds, man. But the only one that's going to be stable
unto me, though Moses and Samuel stand before me.
Right? And Moses represents the law, and Samuel represents the prophets.
It says, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
And that's what happened, man. So the Lord Yahweh rejected us, as a nation because of our disobedience and worshiping other gods. Hence, we cast out them. 70 AD, the Syrian captivity. With that great falling away first.
Nah, that's good. I got it right here.
Okay.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right, so book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And right, and our falling away first was, that 70 AD, the Emperor Vespasian and his son Titus had sacked Jerusalem, which led to the great diaspora. Diaspora means a Greek word for scattered, which was the southern kingdom, along with some of the northern kingdom tribes sprinkled in there, but predominantly the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which led to us losing our nationality. Us being a valley of dry bones, Ezekiel 32nd chapter.
That was made manifest here in Babylon.
Yeah.
We beat our nationality out of us. And you got some records where you have, some of the Judahites that were carried over here as slaves, they had Hebrew names. And all that was beaten out of us. As you see in the movie Kunta Kinte, which I'm not too sure what the movie's called, but
Roots.
Roots. There we go. You know what I'm saying? The movie Roots, what they did with Kunta Kinte, they beat his name out of him and it gave him Toby, and that's what they did to us here in the land of our captivity, to all the tribes, man. Hey, even the Northern Kingdom, man. The Northern Kingdom, ain't no Aztecs, Incas, Mayans going by Hernandez. All right, none of them go by Cortez. The same thing they did to the Southern Kingdom, they did to the Northern Kingdom too. All right,
Curses.
so it reads, and so like except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That man of sin be revealed, that's Esau, man. Because the Apostle Paul knew who the Edomites were, but there was a time, at that time in the Roman captivity, for him to be revealed, man. Right now is the time, man, because this Esau is the enemy of Jacob is the beginning that follows. America is the last hoorah, the last kingdom of Esau, man. So this is the perfect time for the Lord to expose the devil, which is the Lord sentencing him by giving him, put the spirit on the prophets and tell him the judgment, and then the physical judgment will come when Yahweh Shai comes. Just like in the court system, they give you your sentencing, then you got years, they add years, then you got to play out the time. It's the same with Esau.
They give you judgments like, okay, for this count, you get strong arm robbery and the gun wasn't registered to you, so that's 7 years. All right, then you beat the shit out of somebody. That's a whatever charge. Oh, you got an extra 13 years for that.
Right.
Assault, battery. Then you went outside and stole somebody's car, GTA. All right, 20 years on that. So we just out here just giving Esau his charges, man. You did this. You got them subject on the payments. Then you got them putting wages in the bag with holes in it. Then you giving the women freedom to be harlots. Then you stole their nationality. Then you in their land. Then you done lied to them. Now you feeding them GMOs. Then you polluting the air, the water.
His charge is gonna run concurrently, huh?
Then you trying to inject them with the juice, man. And you lying to them, man. The charges.
Let's bring it out there, man. Let's bring it out. Verse 4.
Brother had a point.
I was going to say that the majority of those charges that Esau is getting brought upon the scripture, he's supposed to be put to death by.
Yep.
That's why a lot of these Edomites are going to get put to death.
Right there.
Yep, that's why a lot of these Edomites are going to get put to death because literally they charges according to the scriptures are worthy of death.
And Esau had made grave offenses. Then he blasphemed the Most High. You get utterly put out just for that.
You can't even get away with that. It's just
Ain't
like
no
there's no
repentance.
loophole for that.
Ain't no repentance. It's the Holy Spirit.
We gonna read it. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
Right. How do Esau exalt himself by way of the Renaissance period, put up that image of Caesar Borgia, but also with his technology, his science, his
his media and his education system.
Yep. The park educators.
Man.
You know, saying we know how deep the ocean is. We know how high the
space is, how far out you can go.
Yeah.
All right, and it reads, or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And this is, what brothers refer to when, brothers say that Esau has a God complex. All right, because he doesn't just do this out of the wickedness in his heart. He believes, and that's how Yahweh Shem Yahushua set him up to be. The spirit is not upright in him. He really believes he could surpass the Heavenly Father. He really believes he could obtain the status of the Ancient of Days, man.
Obadiah said the pride of his heart has deceived him.
And that's it right there, and that's ultimately how that this devil is just a construct of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, this devil he's just a creation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it's just it's like those movies, you got the good guy and then you got the bad guy. Esau's the bad guy. All right, it's revealed. He played the disguise. All right, but now it's revealed. You're the bad guy. The jig is up. You're the wicked. Everything you're planning. All your plans are gonna be disappointed, and you will go into slavery. You got
First precept to back you up. Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right. That's part of the Lord's prophecies. The wicked being a rulership.
Yep.
Which it was prophesied that Esau would even have a king. Because Isaac, his father, blessed him. Which Isaac was Yahweh Shai, one of his past incarnations.
And then jump down to verse 7. This should
Go back to Isaiah.
So, book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 7, or actually verse 6. And it reads, how ye for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is at hand, it shall come as destruction from the Almighty.
Yeah, that's from the Almighty, Al-Shad, Yahweh. It's going to be in the midst of it.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yeah, because these people, they're going to be in fear, seeing the things that's coming to pass. Because America is a first world country. They've been at ease and at comfort for all these years, man. For centuries. But it's going to come a point in time when this America's lifestyle is all going to wax old, man. It's going to be like a third world country.
And the gradualism, they watching the reports. They see in Venezuela, they see in Brazil, they see in all these places crumbling slowly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they haven't said shit about Venezuela.
They ain't said shit about it.
As if this shit never happened.
Like it went away.
Right.
Swept under the rug, man.
Luke 21, verse 26. Men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Yeah, because it's going to be things happening. People going to be looking at it like, damn, this shit going on, these fires. We got Biden with the 6-point little procedure. We got the shelves and shit at the store getting empty. People's going to see the difference of the earth. It's going to be a difference in the earth. That's why brothers went into Isaiah 19 earlier. The heart of Egypt shall melt. Because the whole mind state of this place is just going to be changed, man.
Not to mention the unicorn. They seeing the prophets of the Lord report, bringing out true events and matching them up with prophecy. They got to do something. You losing sleep at this point.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You losing sleep.
It says men's hearts, going back to the Hebrew word lav, which is your mind, fell in them
because
for fear.
Yes, they ain't gonna have
Answers. It's crying for wine in the streets.
And they ain't gonna have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to function properly. Right?
They don't got the stability.
Because if you don't got the Lord on you, with you, done, man.
Be a solid.
Be a solid.
And it says so also. And looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Esau gonna be broadcasting all this shit.
Yeah, because all Esau doing on his media is just doing fear tactics.
That's it.
So people can submit unto his agenda.
But see, if you ain't got the word of Most High, the prophecies, all right, knocking at your door telling you this and that, you gonna be shaking like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, everybody gotta take the jab now?
Everybody need the venom.
Damn.
To live with the snake, you need that venom, bro.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then, it starts off with the ruling class, elites. They're gonna be shaken up because they plans and shit ain't gonna be going as planned.
They're gonna be disappointed.
They're gonna be shaking like, man, what the fuck was I thought Satan said we was gonna win this battle.
Satan's a liar.
Satan lied to us.
The devil is a lie.
These motherfuckers gonna be, the devil is a lie.
This Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, that applies to 2/3 of our people, man. The rebellious children, they trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. That's why they're going out to take the stabbing job, man. That's why they're going out, because Esau is threatening their livelihood by wearing the jobs. Or if you don't get this, then you can't work, you can't feed your family. For us, on the other hand, who the spirit part y'all by shooting shot, some apostle, we tell you, don't worry about that. The Lord said, be still, know that I am the Most High. So the Lord said, I got you. Don't trip. But the Lord would test us, our integrity. He would try us. But the Lord, the scripture says, being persecuted will not forsake us.
It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
It should be your shame, man. Because they're going to find out that trust in the system.
Hey, because the strength of Pharaoh, that's that jab.
Yeah.
Trusting Pharaoh, I got something for y'all.
Trust science.
Because they're going to find out that leaning on Esau, they're going to find out it's because the scripture said that his ways are always grievous. So by you taking that jab, like Pastor Hart said, they came out with one jab. Now you got to take the booster every 6 months.
Oh, man.
Now you got to take another jab. Now you got to take 3 jabs to confirm that you're good. Now it's going to keep going, man.
They bringing out pills to go with.
Daily bills. So look,
gelatin.
I was talking to one of these niggas I know in the world, right? He got the plug on the cards or whatever. And I had to tell him, like, look, you can get this card, right? You can spend $250 to get this card, right? But if you can't prove that you got the booster shot, then you're not considered fully vaccinated. So I'm like, do your connect got to connect on the booster shots too? That go in the system? So it's like, it was enticing, like, damn, should I? Then again, it's like, at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be able to, there's only so much supplanting you can do, man. To the Most High, there's only so much supplanting you can do, Jay. You just gotta say, fuck you, you just gotta give all this shit up.
Basically just being forced into a corner.
Yeah.
Basically what it is, the Lord gonna just, before the elect, he's gonna step in when our backs against the wall.
Yeah.
But these people, they gonna be forced into a corner and they gonna fall. And it says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. And a lot of these people out here, they in a confused state because how 1 second they saying take this jab, you don't have to wear a mask, but now you go to a certain store and they got on the front of the door.
Without the mask.
No entry without the mask, even if you got the jab. Now you got people like, it's Babal, it's America,
Babal, for real.
Babylon, it's confusion. So these people out here, they're confused. They don't know whether they want to take the jab. They don't know whether they want to, like the brother said, the card. They don't know what they want to do. But that's because they're not trusting in the Lord, man. They're trusting in this place.
When you trust in the Most High, you realize all of this is an agenda leading to chaos, so they can finally bring out this cure for the chaos, which is we know it is. Eventually, what is all this agenda? That's written on the back of the dollar bill, so it's not like no new scheme. It's an old plot. When you in this truth, you learn all that.
Alright, so book of Isaiah chapter 13, continuing on to verse shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. The faces shall be as flame.
Break it down. Did I break that down?
Meaning these people, all that pride, all that, you know, that little trance, you're gonna get wiped off their faces, man. Hey, the scriptures talk about pains and sorrows, man. That's what it says right there. You get the word pains about the shop. Spiritual, get that. You know, think about it, man. That judgment comes, hey, all that's gonna be wiped away, man. All that pride, all that get this money, all that, who the fuck are these motherfuckers looking like clowns standing on the street corners with the signs teaching? You know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna be wiped away. And they're gonna be looking for us too. They're gonna be demanding answers. That's why it's gonna be a cry for wine in the streets. Guess what? It's gonna be a famine of the word and you won't be able to find us. As it is written in the book of Proverbs chapter 1, you know, that's when they want to seek Yahweh Shemel Shah early. You know, they're going to be diligently trying to seek him, but the Lord is not going to be manifested. The Lord's not going to be shown unto them through us.
It's funny, Hebrew word tazayar. Tazayar, which means pain, distress.
Pain, distress. Now, have you ever been, it's something crazy, you know what I'm saying? You ever had so much adrenaline running through your body that it actually felt painful? You know, like for example, you know you did something bad, and then your parents like, you know, oh, when you get back home, we're gonna whoop your ass, this is for that. You know, hey, we could relate, we J kids, you feel me? Latins, hey, Black, Latino, Native Americans, hey, our parents don't spirit a belt on us, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you ever done something bad, you coming back from school, and then, you know, you got that feeling, all right, how much more of these people, man? Because their maker is going to visit them, all right? They're going to be visited of their maker, all right? And continuing on, verse 9, behold, the day of Yahweh Shemel Shai cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Right. Got land desolate. That's America. Exactly right. To prove that this land, because it says land as in the singular tears.
He was coughing and spitting and shit.
That's talking about America.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And indeed, and it shall come to pass that in all the lands of Yahweh Shemel Shah,
that in all the land, right? All the land is America.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and shall the sinners that's going to be destroyed in, as read in Isaiah 13. You know?
But the third shall be left therein.
Shall be elect, 1/3. You know, starting with the 144,000 holy apostles and prophets, which is the governing body, outside, as well as the rest of the 1/3, which consists of men as believers and the Lord, helpers of the prophets, and the women and the children that will be saved by the elect men, because they all starts with the head of the house of the men. You know, chain of command.
And I will bring them the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
Yep. So that's twofold. You know, apply it. That the Lord will bring the elect through the fire, you know, with the chariots, you know, because it's scriptures that say glorify the Lord in the fires, you know, and also going through Jacob's trouble, temptations, you know.
This is Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Therefore thus saith Yahweh of power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. And, you know, like the brother was bringing out, that's talking about the elect. Because when you really honestly look around the globe of brothers that's teaching, it's small sanctuaries, literally. You know? And it says, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. That's why you got spigots and brothers here. You might have 4, 5 brothers over here in London, UK, certain brothers in certain states in Americas. You know, you might have a 3-man camp, 10-man camp.
And I'm noticing Oxalakia, but I'm noticing, you know, even those one-man camps, like all the way out in Alaska and all that, they starting to get that fruit. You starting to see 1 or 2 people where these one-man camps is at. Even look at the street teachers. And not the Zakba out there, you got a whole camp again.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, man, from doing this work.
And it's still a small sanctuary because the
Still.
Lord doesn't deal with numbers.
Yeah, I
Right? He
remember
deals
when
with the
he
underdog.
One man for years.
It says, therefore say, thus saith Yahweh our power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. And that's going into full circle, like the brother been bringing out, the thermonuclear destruction, because once we gather by these chariots, not only are missiles going to hit America, but they're also going to hit the land of Israel too, because those missiles are a cleansing agent. Like the brother brought out, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed by the fire, but they're going to be destroyed by that fire to be cleansed on this side. But we're going to be brought through that fire because we're going through the fire right now. We're, the scattered are going to be, the elect are going to get beamed up on the chariots, and we're going to take our land back once those Khazars are moved out of it by those thermonuclear destructions and it's cleansed.
God.
You know?
And that's what it say on that, the rest of that scripture he was just bringing out. 13 and I think 9 he said that. That's what you said.
Yeah, I was finished on that. Let's go bring out verse 9.
It is a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Oh yeah.
It's verse 19, and I will give them, also like 18, and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them an heart of flesh. That's talking about when we get out of here and our bodies get changed, and this is written more than three, 4 times in the scripture. So the Lord has plans on actually making us perfect. It says,
That's the heart. That's that rebellion. That led to us, our forefathers worship of God. That stony heart is going to be able to fully, worshiping Yahweh by Shemon Shai.
Incorruptible in our spirit.
it says that they may walk in my statutes and keep mine ordinances and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. And the Lord speaketh once and speaketh twice, so this is written more than a numerous amount of times for a reason, because that's actually a plan that the Lord has for the elect of the nation of Israel, but it's going to trickle down to all of Israel, but 2/3 are going to have to die and be born through the elect's loins, man. They're going to have to be, born right. You know?
And like just by seeing that, like if she look like that, imagine how these women will look. And all healthy. We know what desire to do.
You remember that the one that was all desolated and she had a she was thick.
Oh yeah. And she was like hugging up on brothers.
She was just like a bummy ass chick, you know what I'm saying? Homeless, bugged out, and she was like, she was thick, so if she was like in the right mind and like these other bitches, she would be desirable, but she's not, and that's how the people, these proud ass, thick ass little Instagram models and all them, proud ass women that think because they got some body, they untouchable, they on top of the world. Lord can bring all that shit to naught, man. All that pop is gonna get brought down. If he's bringing the most proud down, how much more these women, man? All right, so let's go back to Isaiah 13, verse, let me see, verse 10.
Anyway, it's cold on here.
And it reads, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Now they selling dope and shit right behind us. So I don't think next week we should
Yeah, the sun.
let them motherfuckers do their shit. I don't know if y'all seen the dope man pulled up in a Bentley. Is it right there, the white Bentley right there? That's the dope. Why is a Bentley over there at the office?
They recycling.
Why you chilling?
They recycling over there.
La medicina, la cura.
And that's a wizard.
a while back. You remember that, right? It was a while back. You know, he looking all evil, like holding up, and he had it like on the baby bottle too. You know, just black liquid, man, bean and whatever the fuck else he mixed that shit with. You know, and it always makes sense. You know, you got a witch in the cauldron, and she looked like she on drugs, bro. Like she looked like one of them bums on the streets. I used to trip out. Like I used to look at the cartoons and then go out and you see a bum. I'm like, Mom, look, that looks like the witch from the cartoon.
But these motherfuckers out here, they be undercover witches and warlocks, man. And the judgment of a witch, you know, is what? To be burned by fire. You know, that's the judgment of a witch. Like me and a brother last night, you know, he was out for a little bit and a whole chick with just a Baphomet on her shirt, man. You know, not even like the actual like image, but you know, we light the light of the world, so we can see like, oh man, this chick got a fucking, this is an undercover witch right here. Yeah. She was a nigga woman.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's like nah. But we see these things, you can tell that they was out there on the dance floor dancing spells. You know, but that's why they start running the destruction. And that's why these missiles is coming, man.
And you notice like all the, you know, there was like groups of women that kind of cleave onto them, and they would get into the same spirit as them, man. Basically trying to thirst trap dudes and all that type of shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, these females and these niggas, lower level witchcraft and wizardry, man. You know, that's why you gotta watch out for a lot of these females out here. Even though they say they might not do it, they'll say that. But a lot of these fucking nigga women that be getting all these jobs, and they're witches, man.
Yeah, you know what they showed you in that movie, Jacob's Ladder, when he went to the club, all them demons was there.
Yep.
Feel me? That'd be like a breeding ground for like all kind of like evil spirits and shit.
Yep.
Hey, that's why, look, man, you meet a girl, she talk about some tarot cards, red flag, proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Ouija board and all that bullshit.
You want to play a board game tonight?
Yeah, look,
Bitch,
man.
pull out a Ouija. Motherfuckers talk about shit out of here, man.
Yeah. She got a little necklace with some Egyptian shit. I speak out of experience, man. I saw that the spirit was just like, hey, look, man, just go over there, meet some more girls, cause this ain't the one.
That's why.
Like they say, you want to play cards, you thinking Uno or something, you know, spades or something. She bringing big ass tarot cards out.
Man, the Hierophant.
And that's why you gotta watch for a lot of these women that be into them stones too.
Yeah.
Because we into the stones on the right hand side, but a lot of these women, they get into the chakra. I need my chakra stone.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
They want to work that Kundalini on it.
Yeah.
Alright, and it reads, behold, the day of Yahweh Shemel Shai cometh cruel, cold with wrath, and fierce anger to make the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Alright, and I have to read that again because, you know, based on what we was just talking about, all these people are sinners, man. Alright, witches.
We all sinners. But you got repentant sinners like us.
Yeah.
You got the unrepentant sinners, which is the third.
And they got those willful sinners.
Yeah. You know, and that's what the scriptures is referring to. You know, the wicked of our people, the 2/3 that refuse to come back to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Here is the standard is raised, man. And listen, we just one camp in one spot. The Lord got brothers everywhere, man. All right, the Lord got brothers everywhere. The Lord took, hey, for example, here in LA, you had the GMS Ancient of Days camp, right? A big camp. The Lord took it and spread it throughout the county and the city, so to speak. You know, so now it's everywhere. So you really can't miss it, man. All right, truth is mainstream. You got celebrities talking about it.
The scribe that came up, yeah, he, with the tattoos and shit.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Oh, somebody else from over here told me." Some little camp,
Yeah.
Normandy area.
Florence, Normandy. You know, so hey, man, the word is out. All right, if you're not resonating to this, if you're not receiving, if you're not making an effort to seek Yahweh Shai where he may be found, then this thing ain't for you. And guess what? Don't come to him with your hand out, because hey man, don't be that hoe that, you know, that stepped out and then come back with the hand out when you see that the man is doing good, man. All right, just put it to you like that.
She eat it and wipe her mouth and said she's done up with it.
Nah, and she got her hand out like, oh, come help me, save me. Nah, don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
No, you don't want to be saved.
Verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth.
That's twofold. So the Lord is going to withdraw the knowledge and wisdom from this place. Little technology and shit, and phones, and you know. And then also the Lord, when He sends His destruction down, the produce from the ICBM missiles hitting ground zero is what they call a mushroom cloud. And it's gonna block out the sun, moon, and stars and cause that darkness. You know, the day of the Lord is gonna come during the daytime, because it says it's gonna block out the sun. You feel me? So the Lord is gonna just withdraw this place, man. It's gonna be dark here.
All right, and it reads, and the moon shall not cause its light to shine, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Yeah, because the whole world have walked in great pride. So, you know, second Ezra 8:50.
The world lies in wickedness.
That's John 5:19.
Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Right. You know, so that's the Lord punishing the wicked, because they have walked in great pride. You know, the Lord won't send famine, you know, previous beasts, wolves, you know, newly created creatures. You know, some of them are gonna eat their children. You know,
Oh yeah, they'll do it too.
hey man, it's gonna be.
Other forms of pride is saying that this place is going to go on. It's still the greatest country in the world. Another form of pride is, oh, we're going to be here 2022, 2023,
2050.
2050.
They got plans for 2050 already.
Let's plan for the future.
Wicked.
If you around somebody like that, whether it be a female, whatever the case may be, man, that's not the spirit. That's a demon, man. Trying to mess with you. Oh, look, well, I can't wait. Look, our plans aren't going to be here. You know, for that. We're looking for the Lord. We're not looking for America to continue to prosper. Because as long as this place continues to prosper, then that means we continue to be oppressed.
Yeah. The other apostle, Paul says, he'll be very surprised if we make it past 2022. I'm with him 100% on that.
Especially like, well, not especially because Joe Biden, because you know we believe that the apostles is in the Lord. With this 100 or more employees at your job, that's finna switch up a lot of shit.
Man.
Like this, Biden made his little announcement on Thursday. Best believe Monday, Tuesday, a lot of people finna be getting them emails.
Yep.
As of last week, you know,
Yep.
you've heard of Biden. As of last week, you know.
And a nation divided cannot stand. You know,
He was divided over this shit.
they already said it's like 52% of the people they're not gonna accept it.
Even some of the governors, they not even
Governments, whole governments is ready to sign off from America. You know what I'm saying? Texas want to be its own thing now. You know what I'm saying? Nebraska's not part of this. You know what I'm saying? They like splitting off, branching off. It's gonna be war, man, like in the movies, bro.
That's that serpent. That's that serpent forcing you into the corner, man. No, that's that serpent forcing you into the corner.
Not only that, nay, but division. According to Luke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Nay, old
saying?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even-
You thought I was coming with peace, but nay, but division. You know what I'm saying?
Even if they can get a car for $250, $100, they're still going to bring in what do you call it? Not the booster shop, but some form of a way to make it electronic type of car. So it's like, okay, you got the jab car. You got the
Say
what's coming
20%?
next?
Nah,
That's
it's
good. You know, this is all your information on here. Oh, you got the jab, and then did y'all see that video? You got the jab. I think they was walking through like a blue light, and you could see the fucking the
Niggas see that shit and still desire to get it.
The street lights have all been switched to the iridescent and the fluorescence.
So, hey, it's coming down to the wire to where it's like the unvax versus the vax, man. But you know, the unvax, if the Lord dealing with them, then the Lord gonna have their back. But a lot of these people out here that's gonna be rebellious, that don't trust the Lord, gonna die.
Yeah.
Right. Scriptures say. Let's actually, let me bring out this precept of Joshua, book of Isaiah chapter 31. Let's bring it out. And it's the book of Isaiah chapter 31 verse 1. And it reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses.
Man, the Lord got these precepts, just cutting all the niggas, little plans and formulas, man. I'm just go down to Egypt for help, right?
I'm gonna go to the center. I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna continue on this job, and hopefully nothing happens, so I can get my 401k.
Hey, and people who heard this truth, and then they go down to Egypt for help, they gonna get bugged out, man. We got reports of people doing that, And you gonna bug out, man, because you're gonna be like, damn, and they was telling me not to take this shit too, man. Back in the day when your parents tell you not to do some shit and you do it, and in that very same outcome they told you what happened, and you like,
that same exact one. Yeah. Told you that was gonna happen. Why you ain't listen?
But it's gonna be more grievous because now it's like, damn, they told me this was the devil. Damn.
And Mango's desire to seek death from this 401k plan is turned into naught, man, by that economic collapse. And that's really what everything is leading up to,
And
man.
that's it.
That's why they want to jab up everybody to get them introduced to the notion that in order to participate in this society, you're gonna have to insert things into your body. All right. And guess what? That's their new world order. That's what everything's leading into. That's why Elder Apostle Tahar, he mentioned one time, all roads lead to the mark. All right, all roads lead to the MOTB.
Which, unbeknownst to the people, they don't realize everything that Esau bringing forth, supposedly for your good, goes against the Most High law totally. It's totally against the Most High law. Everything.
I know the cops know about this spot.
Yeah, they probably set it up.
Come on, man.
Because that's a controlled environment. As long as it's controlled, we ain't got to worry about it.
Because look, we out here once a week, and we know what's up. Imagine the cops is patrolling this area every fucking day. Yeah. You ain't seen this shit?
In most movies, it'd be a confidential informant in charge of all of that. Nigga working for the feds already. That's why they let him, keep doing that. As long as you give me information, you go and run your thing. So that's usually how they do it in the movies. Why wouldn't they do it for real?
And you know how we know that?
They should learn from the movies if not.
That's that spot. Ion on the street.
Yeah.
He be over there.
Yeah.
He just told us that, I'm still doing my habits.
Yeah.
Clearly he getting the habits from over there, bro.
Clearly.
But continuing with
antique furniture and all kinds of shit out there. Damn, prosper.
Flesh.
No battery.
that 20.
That's part of the shit.
No battery mode.
Yeah,
1 hour per
Good.
Hey, if the Lord got truth over here, he gotta have like high level wickedness happening somewhere over here.
Of course. Balance.
That's all the setup for them not to do. That's a stumbling block, like David said. Romans 11.
Let's finish up Isaiah chapter 31, verse continuing on. All right, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. All right, they trust in the power of Esau Edom, man. They trust in the power of the great city over their own power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because they have no faith, because they are many, and the horsemen, because they are very strong.
Yeah, you got people looking at the infrastructure of this place like, man, why would America do this to us? There's so many of us. They trying to care for us and take care of us and make sure that this doesn't spread so we can go back to normal. Bro, you read the comment board on some of them NBC little shit, you got people saying that. Man, everybody just 6 feet apart, everybody just mask, get the jab, so we just go back to normal, man. Bro, what the fuck? Like, you got people really thinking that, bro. I'm like, wow, you wrote all that shit?
That's that strong Babylon juice on these people though, man. They believe this hype, bro.
It be the nigga women on there too.
They
Fucking up my
believe
money.
this shit.
Fucking up my this shit. Fucking up my money.
Yeah. They believe in this place, bro.
Nah, cause you know she up there slinging the premiums. She up there slinging. She in the motel. You know. Can't. You know what I'm saying? Can't sell box when it's quarantine. All that, man. All that. All right. And Reed, trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel. All right, see, and that's the incredulity, that's the faithlessness of the 2/3 ultimately, man. Because here it is, we're telling them to come back to Yahweh Shai. They choose Baal over our power. All right, they choose, you know, that, and that's their faithlessness ultimately.
They need something tangible to see to believe.
Yep.
Hey, a wicked and adulterous generation.
They just seeking after this.
Looking for a sign.
That's why they want to get the jab in.
Yep.
They can't just
That's a sign.
believe and have faith. Oh, the Lord got us. They gotta actually get this shit in them. And oh, okay, I got it. I'm good for COVID now. Then they find out later on, motherfuckers is getting it even worse.
And that's what they get for living after the flesh.
That kind of reminds me when Jake, they had desired a king. They had seen all the heathens have a king.
Kings, yep.
And Samuel was like, the Lord your king.
And Samuel was like, look, all right, if y'all get a king, y'all know y'all gonna have to give up your sons and daughters for the king, right? I know y'all gonna have to be cooks and maids and shit for the king. Go to war and shit with the king, right?
Shit,
They was like, all right, yeah, we'll take it. Damn.
Yes, we could be just like everybody else. Come on, man. We're not like everybody else, man.
That's Israel's problem. They always look toward these heathens. Like they're rather be rebellious, which these commandments make us kings, man. They give us order. They'd rather look on the heathen and say, well, they got a king to govern them. We need a king because they don't want to deal with the Lord, man. Because the Lord bring that straight judgment, you know?
Jake probably just let these flow too. Praise.
See, that's one thing about Jake. You let Edomites over there. Like, Edomites won't let you niggas over there. None of the shit that y'all got going. But y'all welcoming these.
Y'all ain't even allowed on the block, bro.
Yeah.
they all laid up, sitting there with him. Oh, he cool.
That's White Mike.
Yeah, so is too.
Jake is quick with a motherfucking name, man.
All right, Wild and Ryan. Because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shai.
They're not even trying to find the truth.
They living after the flesh. And that's that Isaiah chapter 6 and 9. Yahweh Shai closed them off from even having that urge to seek the truth, man. They just want to live the best life. Okay, go do that. Go do that. Go be in that little trance. Go be in Babal. Go be as a leaf being carried forth, you know, to and hither in the gusts of wind.
I do that on purpose.
Hey, faith is a gift. These people out here, the Lord didn't bestow faith on our people, man. You know, King David, when it talks about King David, the mighty man, they had faith in the Lord. They trusted in our power. That's why the Lord gave them power to get delivered out of the hands of the enemies. So the only ones on this planet Earth that are going to get delivered out of all of this stuff. That's why us brothers, we ain't worried about this stuff. You know, we got faith. I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So what other choice? You might as well trust in the Lord, man. You got to go out, and that's what the Lord has for you. The Lord will give you the mind state to take it, but that also takes faith too. You know what I mean? Like everything that we do through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashaki and Harbor Kakadash, when this time comes, it's just gonna be. You just gotta have to trust in the Lord, whether your neck be to a guillotine, firing squad, whatever the chances may be, man. But one thing about faith too is that you gotta know that your what does it say? 1 Corinthians 15 chapter, your labor is not in vain.
And every labor has a profit. Called in a video. Didn't you do a video like that? Yeah. It say in the Proverbs, every labor has a profit. So we're not doing this in vain. life around us and all that, man.
Because at the end of the day, you know, we want to show and prove to the Lord that we're worthy for the blessing and an inheritance that we're going to receive, Lord willing. You know? I mean, while it's being this truth. You know, we looking, hey, the Lord said in Revelation, the 22nd chapter, behold, I come quickly and my reward is with me. And there's two rewards. There's a reward for the wicked and the wicked of our people, and there's a reward for the righteous. And Lord willing, we be on this side right now. We've been born again through reincarnation to receive everlasting inheritance, man.
The Lord has given us the resurrection of life right now, which is the truth.
Resurrection. That's the love of the truth that we believe. Even if we get cut down right now, we coming back.
Oh no, we on the chariots, bro.
Yeah. I'm saying, but even I'm talking about Israel as a whole. They got, they could look into what being destroyed and coming back at least. You see what I'm saying? This is scripture. This is Job 14:7. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease.
Yeah, tender branch, that's the elect.
That's
Well, remember, I am the true vine, you are the branches.
There you go. Well,
John 15.
That's spiritual to the tree. You cut it down, it's gonna go right back.
that's it.
So the truth
You do this here shit. You start doing this here shit, yo. Come right back.
But if you cut the root, that applies to Esau.
Well, it's saying Matthew the 3rd chapter that the axe is.
Axe already at the root of the tree.
That's talking about to those false teachers.
John the Baptist.
Man, John the Baptist. All hey, rock the y'all bunching outside the water. John the Baptist.
I got
Job dope, bro. Job dope. Shook one, though.
1 Corinthians 15, and I'm going to start at 57. But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai. We already got the victory. You know,
It's written.
It's written, yeah. Like
written.
It's written. It's written.
That says that they have overcome the wicked, which is Esau.
Another one in Revelation 12, that they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of the testimony which they held. You got to hold fast on this.
And look, and when you read Malachi 1, Esau's destruction is in past tense.
Like it already happened.
It already happened. It's past tense.
And that's why the Lord, his name is Yahweh, which means
It's always spiritual. No
He
matter what
is.
side of the street
He
you go.
is,
The
huh?
demon path, they always like stop somewhere
gotta get away
right
from this.
there about that length and then walk across the street.
Yep.
They got to be over there, bro.
Yep.
they that be with us is more than they are with them.
It's verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, which we love, tabernacle David, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. That's a heavy part of this faith too. Like, you don't want to be out here just thinking you're doing this for nothing. That's a lack of faith. That goes to show you really, oh man, I'm doing this, and hey, our time is coming. You know, our time is coming, man. You know, like brothers been putting up videos. You know, hey, the spiritual power is coming. The things that we want there for the Lord to do for us. You know, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So, you know, hey, the Lord is long suffering, but our time is coming. You know, but our reward, our labor, is not in vain. I got one more. It's Revelations 22 and 12. It says, and behold, and this Yahweh Shai, this red letter, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. We doing the work of the Lord right now in truth and sincerity. And then, hey, there's two rewards. When you read Psalms, the 91st chapter, it talks about the righteous are going to see the reward of the wicked. But what's the reward of the righteous? That they're going to see the reward of the wicked. Because the righteous is going to be in those chariots. That's a reward in itself, being delivered before the destruction comes. You know? So when the Lord comes back, he's giving every man on this earth he's rewarding every man on this earth according to their works. So if your works are wickedness, like brother talking about these motherfuckers back here, if your works are wickedness, guess what? Your reward is going to be death. But if your reward is righteousness and doing as Yahweh Shai wants you to, you're going to receive deliverance. No?
Reap what you sow. Slack out.
Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, I was not mocked. For whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap.
Yeah, so if you sowing discord, wickedness on this earth, whether you an Edomite or an Israelite, you know, whatever the case may be, guess what? Your reward is going to be death according to the scriptures. But if you
Say,
sow,
Slack out. We say no respect for persons.
that's the power that we deal with. That's the type of power that you won't want to deal with. Not somebody that's going to let you just slide by and do whatever you want and be a bastard. You want to deal with somebody that's going to correct you in a correct measurement. But our people, they don't want to be corrected. That's why the Lord's going to not do away with them, but put them to death when he comes back. You know?
Job 4 and 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine what they gonna reap. and man, the Lord, best believe our voice is picking up and traveling.
Yeah, right.
You feel me? Through the spirit, you know. And the Lord gonna handle their ass. At least they repent. You know?
That's going to be their reward, man. You know? That's going to be their reward. Our reward is, Lord willing, we met in the Lord when we get out of here. You know, that's the main thing we want, to get out of here, spiritual power, by any means, or just to be safe when it's time to come. Just to be comforted by the Lord. You know, we want to, we want to see this place go down. You know, that's a reward in itself. You know? But 2/3 of our people are in the way, as you see.
Soon they're going to be taken out the way, as we saw, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, where it says, let me see if I can get it real quick. That's why I don't just want to quote it. The 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and it reads, let me see, so I think this first one. Come on. It's right there. Alright, and then so 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, and it reads, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Now, when you go to the word in Strong's in the Greek, which I'm not going to say the actual word, but one of the definitions is to be displayed. Okay, and that's one of the ways that the son of perdition, the man of sin, has been revealed. By his display, by his actions, his works, what he's doing throughout the four corners of the earth.
They say a tree is known by the fruit.
Exactly. See,
The fruit is what displays on the tree.
And that's all the wickedness that he does, all the agendas that he promotes, especially to our people. All right, with that one fucking devil, what the fuck is his name, Lil Nas X,
Lil Nas X,
he's a devil, bro. He's a devil. He may be an Israelite, but he's a fucking devil, man. Right? Yeah, it's at 10%.
That's a highly witchcraft ass nigga in the society.
Yeah.
Can you use some of my juice?
I would appreciate. How much is it on? Because I got 10% left. It's going to
I'm probably at like 30
They see
right
that
now.
shit. Well, I can't
Wanna pull it?
Yeah, just pull it. Bubble shot.
Then you have to finally got to correct them. Then you look like crazy.
That's the society. My mother gonna tell me.
I know how to pull out.
I'm with my daughter. That's
I gotta see it on.
That's the things that we gotta go through in this society. We can't be real men. We can't be real kings. We can't be anything. We can barely be Israelites, you know?
And Esau sets it up like that because we read earlier, he sets himself up to be as the Most High. See, he wants to take the laws of Yahweh Shai and do a complete 180 and implement wickedness instead, so he could be seen as the Most High. All right.
You could be a faggot, lesbian, transforming the society, but you can't be a parent. You can't be an Israelite. You gotta be what this man tells you. I mean, look at Lil Nas X and these rappers, man. They're Eminem, all these rappers are what Esau tells them to do, man.
Yep.
You know?
And you got Jakes that come out in their music saying that they're trying to speak truth. Yeah, Royce the 5'9" can't come out. He was saying they want me to be a pill popping, drug, using dude, but I don't want to be that. Yep.
You know?
See, he was talking about Jesus Christ, shit like that. But he was just, bringing it out on these devils. Like they basically saying they want him to be a particular image. Because you have, I got this chick. She's a cook. She was gonna have her TV show and shit like that, and they set her up with an image tell you, you should look like this. You should have this personality. You got people in that industry literally set up for you to be a certain person that you're not.
There's this dude I was looking at the other day. He was basically breaking down, if you make over 50K in the industry, they give you three doors. There's 3 doors you can go through. He said one of the doors is, you know, getting your took for that bread and getting on a higher status in society. And he said another door was something else, and he said there's a straight door, meaning that they tell you basically, hey, if you go through that straight door, then good luck with trying to get success, you know, on your own type shit. And a lot of these high-end industry niggas like Jay-Z, Lil Nas X, they took that left door. That's why they're getting. See, Esau makes these niggas what they are, and he gives them bread and makes them popular by demand. None of these niggas are getting rich off of their so-called pure talent, man.
Nope.
They're not. Esau is bigging them up and making them popular. That's why when these niggas don't do what Esau tells them to, all of a sudden they get declined.
They get ridiculed.
Yep.
Videos come out.
Yep.
People come out talking against them.
Yep.
All kinds of past skeletons start jumping out of closets and shit.
Yep. R. Kelly,
Yup.
Bill Cosby.
Yup.
You even got a lot of these comedians, when they want to go out that other door or try to go out the back way, they get completely humiliated.
Oscar De La Hoya, man. I think he wanted them little pictures where he's on that what is it, fishnets and fucking lingerie. You think he wanted that shit to come
All
out?
them boxers, they be naked and shit. Taking pictures.
Oh, it was some picture of this nigga Westbrook's basketball player.
Russell Westbrook?
I think
Oh, yeah.
Did you put it on yours? Instagram? Well, this nigga came out big ass 7-foot dude with a dress skirt on.
And they were saying when they get all the tattoos, that's like an initiation function that they got popped.
It's called grave.
Get great. That's cool.
That's why LeBron James. See, a lot of our people think that these celebrities and stuff, when they got rich, they made it. Well, they had to sell out, man. Because that's why LeBron James got that Boulay tattoo. Yep, I did see that. That's why LeBron James has that Boulay tattoo on him. You know? I got a scripture real quick. This is Jeremiah 5:28. It says, they are waxing fat, they shine, yea. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. In the right of the needy do they not judge. Now, a lot of these niggas that prosper in this society, they judge not the cause of the fatherless or the poor, which the poor in this society are these Israelites. Now, go to one of these NBA stars and ask them when's the last time they did a homeless charity, something like that. You had this nigga LeBron James say when you got them Edomites spray painted his gate, or I'ma just buy another one. You know? You can't go to a rapper or a fucking celebrity and ask them when the last time they did something for Jake, the low-level Jake on the street, man. Where's the LeBron James Center for the homeless and needy?
Yeah, why don't we all make a big apartment building? You know?
But
They
they
go to some, you know, out there where y'all live at and shit, y'all got big areas of just sand and dust.
Yep.
Why don't you build up some apartment buildings? Or I've been seeing Esau do this too, like controlled tent areas. You feel me? Like buy the land and just say, hey, look, I'm gonna build bathrooms here, but then y'all set up y'all tents.
Right.
Feel me?
Right. Hey, and then also too, when they do make certain type of merchandise, you know what I mean? Like Nipsey Hussle. Oh, this is like he had a store out here somewhere, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But the niggas selling you shirts, not no 50% off, up to 6% off. Them shits is more. Yeah, them shits is more expensive than if you go to a regular mall, man.
I'm gonna buy a Nike shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, how much that shirt, Nips? Oh, that's 80.
Oh,
But you giving, but you doing this for the hood?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Support black-owned businesses.
Yeah, man. These black-owned businesses don't support you, man. You go to a Jamaican spot. That's why I said in Jeremiah that I just read, they overpass the deeds of the wicked, man. You know, but yet they prosper. mean? But love to see them down shit.
You know, I don't want to say a point, you know, when brothers are bringing out how these celebrities, you know, they fuck up. Some get put to death, man. Hey, you know, Pop Smoke, that motherfucker, he said in this one song, like he be, you know, some rappers be telling truth sometimes in this song. But Jake has a upright spirit, man.
Propensity, you know, tell the truth. Yeah.
And some, you know, even though you have some that are far left, like the Tekashi 6ix9ine, the Lil Nas X's and all them, right? You still got some that are like in the middle, they just, you know, riding the wave, so to speak. This dude, Pop Smoke, he said, I don't fuck with these niggas because niggas is gay. He said that in one of his songs. All right, and he was referring to, you know, the rest of the industry dudes. And that's why you notice, like, he didn't really make songs like that with people, man. And they put his ass to death.
And it was crazy, he had an actual Hebrew name.
Oh, yeah, he had a Hebrew name. He sung with his songs. He had Hebrew.
Something. I think it was Bashar.
Bashar. Hey, and one of his younger pictures, he had the Star David on, man. He knew he was he chose the Mammon over
Yeah, that goes to show you can't know the truth secretly, but I'm gonna get this money though. I know the truth, but I'm gonna get this money though. No.
Most of these people in the industry got to go through Matthew 4.
Look, I was just talking to somebody this morning, right? You know PC? Rapper? Well, what's this rapper? He went to jail, he came out, and he flew with YG. He came up with YG. And he was saying how the reason why PC, which is the dude we went to school with, won't get on because he won't get down with the whole little agenda. And he was speaking to Cole, right? He said that's why PC won't get on a yacht in Miami. So I don't know what the fuck is going on this motherfucking yacht. This white yacht in Miami. I don't know.
Precept, real quick. Matthew 4 and Matthew 4 and 8. Again, the devil take him up to an exceeding high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Fall down, damn.
Fall down.
Fully prostrate.
That's it.
Fully worship, man.
To your knees.
And when they show that in certain movies, where there's somebody, what's that movie called? Little Shop of Horrors? I don't know if y'all seen that with the
with the plants that he
Yup.
yeah.
And he was basically telling him, like, yo, I can make you this, I can make you that. That's what these industries
Oh, that plant, that talking plant?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There is literally a movie out
like
right
that.
now with Omar Gooding as the star. He plays the devil in it. It's called Blood Sacrifice. And that's what it's all about. Literally, I will send it to y'all.
Wow. It's literally called that?
It's called Blood Sacrifice. I got a little excerpt out of it. I put a beat on it. It's dope.
It's new?
Yeah, it's a brand new movie. Yup.
He played a slave, man.
Yeah, nah,
I like
he
the
playing.
initiation.
Omar Gooding playing the big head of the executive that run everything. His name
He
is
probably
Nico.
ready to die. That's why he put
Man, he told the whole shit on this, man. They told the whole story on it.
But you know, even then, these fucking Babylonians will look at that and say, well, it's just a movie.
It's just a movie.
It's reality, man.
Yeah.
Our emulates.
Esau does that to he takes a Jake that has talent and he shows him stuff. It's like how Satan showed Yahweh Shai, look, I can give you all this. Well, you not think that these niggas that's in the industry get, hey, I can look at all this money, look at all this fame.
That's how they sell niggas. They sell niggas on niggas. You get down with me, nigga, you driving Rolls Royces, you fucking baddest bitches, you traveling, your mama taking care of you. Go get your mama that house. You know? They sell them. Alright, well what I gotta do? Look. Go in this room. You gonna be blindfolded, my nigga. You be blindfolded. You ain't gonna know who did it though. You ain't gonna know who did it. They ain't gonna say none of that. Go in there. You gotta go in there naked though. Go in there naked. They gonna give you some lube.
Man.
And just it ain't gonna take long either. Go in there, bend over. Go in there, just take it, whatever, and you want. And who they use to do that? Hairstylists. They bring I done heard stories. The hairstylists they convinced them.
Yep.
You know, the image coach, the hairstylist, the agent. They the prophets of
They're the handlers.
They the prophets of Beelzebub.
Yep.
You know?
That's what they called. That's what they named Queen Latifah.
Oh, they said that she put on step on.
Yeah, she put them on game and bring them in. She carry them in. All them females. Yeah, she bring them on. Bottom bitch.
Big
Type shit.
mama.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gotta appreciate it. It's Matthew chapter 16, verse 25.
They gonna probably take this.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in glory of his in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then shall reward every man according to his work. And that's what keep coming out. You know, these celebrities and whatnot. You know, they lost their life. You know, trying to find it on this side. But we lost our life. You know, and found it in Yahweh Shem Shai. Or they gained their life and lost it on this side. So like, but we lost our life and gained it. You know, that's why we go so hard in the truth. Because I mean, hey, riches don't profit in the day of evil anyway.
Right,
You know?
right. And all your celebrities, all of them got blonde hair. You gotta ask yourself, why the fuck they?
Oh, yeah.
Why do all y'all got blonde hair out of all colors in the color spectrum? Blonde.
Tiffany Haddish, she got blonde hair.
Hey, sure.
All my favorite singers I desire, all of them got blonde hair. You feel me?
I was watching Notorious the other day. I mean, it's not actual Lil Kim, but then I was like, man, let me search up Lil Kim in Google images. Man, she looked like her skin color is like my thumb, man. And with the blonde hair, it looked like somebody blew her up with a fucking, you know, an air jack or something, man.
But she used to look good back then.
She used to look fire, man. She used to look fire, man. But you look at her now, that's what profits you in this world.
She shapeshift.
Exactly. She the transfigured.
She transfiguration of Lil Kim.
She powered up in the left hand side.
But that's what this world, you know, when you want to get, hey, look at Eminem. He used to have, his hair is not really blonde, it's black. You know what I'm saying? They show you that in 8 Mile, he don't got blonde hair.
He came out with that, but like, damn, you came out with blonde hair. Wow.
Yup. And then who else? Chris Brown, he converted to the blonde
Chris
hair.
Brown, Tiger,
Yup.
shit, every fucking body, bro.
Right.
Can't even do the name roll call because it's everybody.
Well, he's so violent in the earth, and he turned everything upside
Odell
down.
Beckham.
You know, so of course he's gonna make us back. But who voted him to call? You know, good
All
evil,
them that call evil good, good evil.
So they done flipped everything. Now leprosy is the thing.
I wanna finish up on 2 Thessalonians 2.
This is Malachi 3 and verse 15. And now we call the proud happy. Yet they that work wickedness are set up. Yet they that tempt the Most High are even delivered.
That's wicked, man. It's like they got all the blessings in the world.
Malachi 3 and 15. And now we call the proud
144.
happy. Yet they that work wickedness are set up. They that tempt the power are even delivered.
Come on, back. We both got fucked up fast.
Right?
Yeah, you got niggas glorifying and doing sacrifices. Like all these niggas, Rick Ross, they go to. I think I
I'm
seen
at
like
12%.
an image.
I'm gonna put it over here a little bit and then put it back.
I think I seen like an image. This nigga was at like a beach and they was doing a ritual. Which you niggas is retarded. Y'all doing low level ass rituals, man. Somebody. I'll just go say because you know these niggas are doing low level rituals, man. Besides when they sacrifice they family members to first get in. Kanye West sacrificed his mom. I've listened to it called Lost One. He said my nephew died in the car I bought, but under the belief it's partly my fault. That was a man. Paul Walker.
But somebody will hear that and be like, oh yeah, you probably saying it's his fault because he bought him the car.
Yo,
Yep.
Yeah, I like that song too.
I like it too, but he
I didn't even know
basically,
you said that.
he basically tell you in there that he sacrificed his own nephew in the car that he bought him.
Kanye.
Yep. Kanye, his mother.
And Jay Hood.
Yep.
Hudson.
Yep. And then you got
Whole family.
Eminem and them sacrifice Proof, Bun B, Pimp C. And you got these Fast and Furious is still going on without Paul Walker. Why is that?
Yep.
You gotta see. People don't understand that you gotta put pieces of the puzzle together when you're dealing with this dark ass society. Nothing just happens by coincidence, man.
And you got to sacrifice, like this as the Heavenly Father sacrificed Yahweh Shai, a well-known figure. They sacrifice well-known figures amongst their group.
Nah.
You know, you want to wonder, oh, how the fuck did Pop Smoke die?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all.
Damn.
When DMX died, they had a funeral, and Nas was there. But as soon as before he started speaking, he threw up the box next one. Jadakiss, all of them.
What happened to just doing this?
Right. But he did it like in secret though. I ain't he was like he did like something like that, and he threw it up.
Even Aaliyah, that plane crash wasn't just by accident. Kobe, now this nigga LeBron James in the Lakers. Who else? Biggie, Tupac, man, them niggas were all sacrificed, man. Yeah.
Bernie.
Yep, Bernie Mac. That's why Puff Daddy, he made that song, Missing You. Them niggas be, look, and it's all to throw you off, man. Kanye West, Hey Mama, that's all to throw you off, man. Now look at these niggas. Look at Puffy, he's a flaming fag. Kanye West, broke out of his mind.
I'm gonna say this right here, bro. I knew a woman, and her mom went and got some brain surgery or whatever, right? And they, it was nothing wrong with her mom. She was just having these fucking headaches. Doctor was like, oh yeah, we can open you up and fix it, whatever. Mom went in there, got the shit, tried to attempt to get the shit fixed, and her mom became a fucking vegetable.
Yeah.
And her daughter, because her mom had life insurance, her daughter was like, shit. Because she knew she was beneficiary to the life insurance.
Yep.
So if motherfuckers like that, just common folk, it's like pull a plug on her. Who cares? Imagine these motherfuckers that's getting millions of dollars. Like the house gonna be paid for, mama taking care of all this shit. It's gonna be nothing, man.
Let me finish up with 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And continuing on with verse 7, and it reads, for a mystery of iniquity doth already work. And brothers have named the laundry list of iniquity that has been displayed. Alright, and only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. Meaning this devil's gonna be taken out of the way because he is the root of all this. Alright? Like they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. Alright, but guess what? Esau's behind that, enforcing that. He's enforcing the love of money. Alright, and you got Jake doing all manner of wickedness. Alright? And that's just one segment of it. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh Shai will consume with the spirit of his mouth. Alright, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's talking about Yahweh Shai coming back and putting these devils to slavery, man. Destroying their military.
And the spirit of his mouth for the prophets. That's how these devils are mainly get destroyed, because first the verbalization comes.
Yep.
Then just like your parents. Hey, better not do that. But guess what? They have to put force on you. That's what the Lord do. He destroying this devil, unveiling him by the mouth of the prophets, and then ultimately, like the brothers read, he's gonna get moved his ass out the way.
And another thing too, I've once heard brothers talk about this, like, we like spiritual diplomats. Hey, we're the real diplomats, and we're diplomatically declaring war on this devil, man. All right, through from Yahweh Shai.
Let me say this too. Esau is not hurt by being called a cracker. He's not hurt by being called a hunky. He's not hurt by us punching him in the face. Cracker goes back to when they used to crack that whip on slaves. But he's not hurt by words or anything. He's hurt by this word.
Yep.
Why? Because that light is exposing his darkness.
And it reads, even him. Okay, now I believe these scriptures talking about words. Who is coming?
No, that's talking about Esau.
Alright, the reason who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
That's his technology. That's his internet. That's his medical field. You know, that's 3D. That's all his shit, signs and wonders. People see that shit and be like, man, Lord's really dealing with him.
And you got his media reporting that
Yeah,
shit.
his
putting
media is a
extra
part of
on
that
it.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Putting extra on it.
All right.
Water landings.
Good.
With all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Now, them that perish, that's the 2/3 right there.
Yep.
All deceivableness.
Yep.
Because Esau got the power of deception and it's going to deceive the 2/3. That's why you telling your family, no, don't take the jab. Don't take the jab. They ain't going to take the jab whether you say that shit or not because they're not of Yahweh.
They're hooked into this matrix. You know, they're hooked in, and they're actually coming out with the ration, the matrix resurrection.
Oh, the directors is all the directors, they're transformer women.
I forgot what they name.
What?
Yeah.
I sent it to you. I didn't send it to you. I thought I sent it to you.
I'll
Bitch.
check again. They all what?
Well, it's the same directors, but they was men at first, but now they women now. And they saying Esau president, the first women cast directors
shit.
of
I gotta see that.
I can look it up.
the Matrix 4 directors.
Like two.
Yeah.
They used to be brothers. Now
They saying right there sisters now? Yeah. That's what they changed to, Linda. Yeah, Lena. They used to be motherfucking men, bro.
What's their names?
Lena now.
That don't even make me want to watch the next Matrix anymore. That's how
You
the
already
trailer
know they probably gonna have some girl come up. The actual Neo was the one, but this is the one. This is the holy one.
and they don't even got Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne in it? Oh, they fucked up.
It's that. Yeah. But he
Cornbread.
Who they gonna have? Forrest Whitaker playing taking his place?
He always play like undercover cop roles and shit like that. All his roles requires guns.
I remember it was one good movie, man. He was like a dictator or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Last King of Scotland.
Last King,
That was a good movie.
Nah, I like Ghost Dog though.
I never seen it.
Oh, that was
He had
cool.
the braids.
All the crackers in that movie was Jake's.
Yeah.
That's how good that movie was. It was all Sicilians. And they was rapping and shit, all that shit.
Jason Lyric.
Oh, that's Boys in the Hood. Old dog, Boys in the Hood.
You know, remember there was a dude, Jason Lyric, his dad. It was something similar. Oh, no, Mad Dog.
Oh,
Hey, that was a good movie.
mad.
That he was a drinker.
Damn.
It reads, all right, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yeah, see, 2/3 ain't gonna receive the love of the truth, man.
They might be saved, you know. So even being in this truth, still a possibility you're gonna perish, man. That's why you gotta endure to the end and have that faith. That's why we the hopeful elect.
That's why we doing it.
Reads, and for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they should basically going into the whole, wine philosophy of this kingdom, man.
All right. Both of these phones finna die. We have about 2 hours.
We got a winner on this.
Oh yeah.
This is Hebrews going into what you were saying. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 14. It says, I'm going to start at 12. It says, take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For we are made partakers of Yahweh Shai if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end.
That's right, son.
That's one thing the elect, it's a fight, but that's one thing we have to do is hold fast our confidence, hold steadfast our confidence that we've had from the beginning to the end. Like when you first came into this truth, you were all amped to get it, you're supposed to hold that
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash.
Number honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the actors. Peace and word and all to the city. Shalom.